Well, aloha everyone, and welcome to this Heart to Spirit Connections program. And I have to be honest with you that this is a recording after the actual program happened earlier this morning, Hawaii time. We had a wonderful gathering for the live webinar, and I somehow did not click the recording button. So I'm back here again to bring something through. Of course, you won't have the beautiful shares from the people that were on the live webinar, but I would like to share with you about the topic. And our topic today is Discover Your Unique Cycles of Healing. And the heart is just to let you know about this webinar program, which comes on every first Saturday of the month. It's a monthly webinar program to expand our heart's connection with spiritual guidance and to feel the balance on all four bodies: physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. Together, we're discovering new levels of self-love using the tools of Lemurian conscious creation, including signature cell healing and the 10 principles of consciously creating brought forth through my mentors, Kahu Fred Sterling and Master Guide Kirael. And today our topic is Discover Your Unique Cycles of Healing. And, just before we get into the content of the program, let's begin with a centering prayer. So just take some deep breaths and feel the golden particles above your crown chakra. And as you breathe, draw them or invite them through your crown chakra, through the pineal gland in the center of your head, where we have the signature cell that carries our life blueprint. And just breathe them through. Take a dolphin breath, like a dolphin breath, and draw it down through the pineal gland and draw it into your heart. And as you exhale, let the light just expand and just feel the presence of who you are and the love surrounding you as I call upon the Creator's light, the Christ light, the Goddess weave of love, and all the beautiful energies of the highest light of love, our Master Guide Kirael, our Kahu Fred Sterling, and all the beautiful higher selves of everyone on the program and everyone watching in on this recording. We pray now for the presence of the guides and the angels to bring forth the energies of love and wisdom that will assist all those listening. And we offer this prayer from our hearts in love. Amen. So that's just a prayer of centering, coming back into the topic now. And I want to remind you also about the 5-breath self-healing meditation, which is that type of breathing that we just did in the prayer. You can read about it on my website at KarinnaNielsen.com, or also on the signaturecellhealing.com website, which has more information about it, a video tutorial, and an ebook that you might enjoy. And so in our, we had wonderful shares this morning, so I apologize that we don't have that now, but I would like to let you know about our Lemurian prophecy card. So at the beginning of the program, I always pull a Lemurian prophecy card. And these are my Lemurian prophecy cards. I keep them in my little magical box over here. And anybody can do this, but I might be the only one of 3 or 4 people now left on the earth plane that are doing Lemurian prophecy card readings as taught by Master Kahu Fred and Master Guide Kirael. And it's talked about, the Lemurian cards are talked about in this book, Kirael, Lemurian Legacy for the Great Shift. So it is a really beautiful way of receiving guidance and part of our heart to spirit connection. So all you need is a regular playing deck. So just to choose a card for this program, I'm going to shuffle 5 times, because 5 is the number for love in Lemurian numerology. And interestingly, we are in the 5th month of the year, May, and that is as I said, 5 is the number in Lemurian numerology for the representing the Creator's love within us. And so look for the energy of love going through this month. And it's a more of a grounding, beautiful energy that centers us in our hearts. So here we have the card shuffled 5 times for love. And I cut the cards, and the card that I drew earlier today was the 9 of Hearts. And 9 in Lemurian numerology, which you can read more about on my website or in any of the books from Kahu Fred Sterling and Master Guide Kirael, which are available on the Signature Cell Healing website. 9 is a number for completions and new beginnings, which is a perfect card for our topic today, because we're talking about cycles and understanding and discovering your unique cycles of healing. So the 9 is most definitely a cycling energy, because it moves us from where we've been into the new energies. So it's about letting go of what's already complete and focusing forward into the new creation, right? So completions and new beginnings, that's the 9. Oh, and the heart. So each of the suits in our Lemurian prophecy card represents one of the 4 bodies. The physical is the diamonds, the hearts are the emotional body, the clubs are the mental body, and the spades are the spiritual body. So that also brings an energy of love into our transition of cycles. And that's really the energy. I'll just leave this right here. Oops, there we go. That is the energy that brings us through into the next level of the cycle. So we'll be talking about that in just a moment. So you can find out more about the Lemurian prophecy cards in a Lemurian prophecy reading, a card reading, or in general, your Lemurian prophecy. And that you can look at KarinnaNielsen.com and find out all about the readings there. And also about the healing sessions with Signature Cell Healing, where we get into the numerology as well. So let's get into the topic for this month, and it's discover your unique cycles of healing. And so we each have our own personal, unique cycles of healing. Nobody has a blueprint, a life blueprint or a life plan like you do. Everyone's blueprint is unique and something that you have put together before incarnating into this lifetime. And it contains all the energies that you wanted to do, all of the people you wanted to meet, all of the energies that you may have brought with you from past lives. And we talked a little bit about past lives in the live program. And one of the questions was, are we going backwards if we're healing past lives? And the interesting thing about that is time is actually really, when we think of time in our world today, like the 3rd dimensional life that we have here on Earth, right? We're thinking about, okay, we're born, and then we come into our, midlife, and then we're going all the way through to when we leave the Earth plane. It's a kind of a linear, looks like a linear process. But what if that was an illusion of how we experience our lives on Earth, and time could actually be layered and even cyclical? So we could be going through cycles now that affect what we've done in previous lifetimes. And those lifetimes, what if we were living lifetimes concurrently? So what I'm healing in this lifetime, I'm also healing in multiple lifetimes going forward and back, what we think of as forward and backward, but it's actually levels of light that are unfolding concurrently. It kind of boggles the mind, but I think that it gives us a different way of looking at things. So the past lives, they may be coming up for us too. And I want to read you something as we begin to talk about the cycles of healing. They're going to give us more insights into what is our healing process, what about our evolutionary growth, and how about our life purpose? How does it help us with that? So my guidance factors, the Master Guide Kirael and Kahu Fred Sterling, help me to understand the unfolding cycles, gives us a bigger picture of what we're experiencing now, right now, whether it's a healing concern, physically, emotionally, whether we've got relationship difficulties or regrets from the past. There's a whole chapter in this book here called Kirael Lemurian Legacy for the Great Shift. It's a print book or an ebook. And chapter 9 is all about cycles. And what's really interesting is there's also, this was in my newsletter. And if you're not getting my newsletters, you can sign up on KarinnaNielsen.com. There was a whole energy there where you could click on and see the original MP3 that was used to create chapter 9 in this book. And that has the session with Master Guide Kirael, which is very powerful, and also energy from Kahu Fred Sterling, to help us understand what are these cycles like. And so in that, Master Kirael said, let me remind you that to fully comprehend where you are now, you need only search for the unfolding cycle. This may also help you understand where incarnations that have preceded you have gone, in that you might just get a better idea of where you are likely to be going yourself. When you choose love as the foundation of each decision, all comes to perfection in light. That was from Master Guide Kirael. So what do we actually mean when we talk about cycles of healing? And Master Kirael in that session or in his teachings helped us to have a visual of the cycles. So let me just bring up my screen share here. Zoom has changed all of its dashboard, so I'm looking at something new here. Okay, so let us just have a look at something I put together here. So what you're seeing here is a quote from Master Guide Kirael to help you understand, and the visual of the upward spiral. So in our healing cycles, we're talking about evolutionary motion, emotion in love, moving upward and forward. And these cycles are expanding, not contracting, and they're moving one level to the next. So according to Master Kirael, a true cycle never again touches the point from which it started. Imagine a beautiful circle of light, a laser beam that starts out and arcs itself around in the form of a circle. As it completes that cycle of the cycle really doesn't touch the point again where it started. For where it started can never be again. It is already gone. So that's a really important part about not going back and trying to fix something, right? Which is what I've been working on for a greater part of my life. Okay, so I'm not trying to fix that I didn't record the first session here, but I just wanted to share the basics with you folks. Anyway, so this cycle is really interesting because when we're moving around on this, we feel that flow of energy, right? But what if we come to a challenge in our lives, whether it's a physical challenge, we're healing something physically, or we have emotional upset, or some kind of mental challenge, spiritual disconnect, this type of thing on any of the four bodies. We come to something that's something like a veil. It might feel like a veil or a fog in front of us. So Master Kirael was also asked about these cycles, but what about spirals when we don't move to the next level of light? What happens when we go around again with the same lesson plan, with the same thing happening to us again and again? And I asked on the website write-up for this program, are there things that are coming up for you again and again? Is it the same type of injury? Is it the same type of relationship? Is it the same type of frustration or something that might be coming up for you again and again? So let's look at the next slide, where Master Kirael talks about cycles and spirals and says you will understand, depending on whether the cycle is narrowing or expanding, whether you are in growth in a hold position, or in some cases, literally trying to go backwards to fix something that cannot be fixed. If you've done something, you cannot undo it. You can only look at it and learn from it. If you're looking backwards, it is a spiral. If you want to do something about what you have done, recognize that you can learn from it, and the spiral will begin to take an outward flow and expand, and you'll be in growth again. So look at this. This is, I think, from the Hubble spacecraft camera or something, or the Webb spacecraft or something from NASA, this image, but I thought it really projected that energy of coming to something like a veil, or it can be like a fog, or there's this energy, and I'll come out of the share now. So there's a kind of an energy that makes us feel as though we're stuck, right? And it can be like a saran wrap. You see yourself and you're pushing against that saran wrap and trying to move forward, yet you're not moving forward. You have that stuck feeling, right? Or you feel like there's just like a fog and you're in confusion. You can't see what is the next step. Or I've heard it compared to standing at the precipice of wanting to take that leap to the next cycle, but it's scary and you're not sure what is the next level of light. So for me, the most important thing when I come to something like that, and I'm constantly in these healing cycles, folks. I don't know about you, but I think I like it because I know that it's helping me to grow. And fortunately, from Master Kahu Fred and Master Guide Kirael, we have the 10 principles of consciously creating, which you can get a short version of it on my website, or you can go to, here's the book, you can go to signaturecellhealing.com for the ebook, the print book, or the original audio recordings, which are awesome. Truth, trust, and passion, clarity, communication, and completion, prayer, meditation, sleep state programming, and masterminding. And when you integrate these 10 principles into anything that's happening for you, or what's going on, or in order to consciously create and move forward in your life, you'll find yourself lifting through these veils, especially with meditation and prayer. So prayer is not in this sense meant as a religious prayer. It's about stating your intention, and meditation is listening for the answers, and then perhaps doing an automatic writing afterwards to ask your questions to guidance and write down the answers. So these are the tools that we have of Lemurian wisdom, including signature cell healing, which will move you through. And you're wondering, well, how do I learn signature cell healing? But we have online courses. I occasionally will do the First Steps of Signature Cell Healing online course, and I'm looking forward to doing other courses soon. And also, there is there it is in the back up there, up at the top, the book, Signature Cell Healing, Awakening the Chromosomes of Youth and Vitality, in ebook form, which will give you the first steps to signature cell healing and healing yourself and aging your soul. So we know that when we heal ourselves, we heal the world. And that is something to remember, because we're not living here in isolation. We're all connected. We're all one consciousness of love. So I want to take you now, just before we go on, just consider now what I've said in the slides and what we've looked at. And I know because it's a recording, you can't ask the questions. We had some good questions in the live session. I would love to have you join us on the live session. The next one will be the 1st of June, the first Saturday in June, which is June 1st. Hope you'll join me live in case no, I'm not going to forget the recording again. Anyway, ask yourself, from what we've talked about so far, what cycles of healing do you feel, ask yourself, what cycles of healing am I going through right now? And be honest with yourself. You don't have to tell me or write me an email or tell me anything. What are the cycles? Where do you feel frustrated or angry, or, this is this is holding you back or whatever? What are those cycles of healing? And is there just something that keeps coming up for you over and over again? And so how do we engage and work with our cycles of healing? And I've already told you about the 10 principles and signature cell healing and the Lemurian wisdom, and even the Lemurian prophecy cards to get yourself a deck of cards. And before you meditate, pull a Lemurian prophecy card and meditate on the meaning of the card, and then do a little automatic writing. So anybody can do that. And it helps with our heart to spirit connection. So what I'd like to do now is to lead you in a little meditation, so we can meditate into and through the spiral. So just get comfortable and start to breathe, and just feel the presence of love all around you. And as you have these golden particles above your crown chakra, and you breathe in and you draw them through the pineal gland in the center of your head, which has the signature cell with the blueprint, the life plan that you came with in this lifetime is in the signature cell. That's why we call it signature cell healing. We're activating the signature cell, the blueprint, the life plan. Now let those golden particles turn into white light and bring it down into your heart chakra. And just keep breathing that way. In through your nose, draw the particles in, invite them through the crown chakra, down into your heart space, lock the breath, and then exhale through your mouth. And just feel the comfort and the safety of where you are right now, wherever you are listening to this and watching this in your own space. And there before you, see before you appearing a spiral energy of light, kind of like what we just saw on the slide, an upward spiral of light. And see yourself flowing along this spiral of light from right to left and upward around the spiral. And just feel the flow of love guiding you all the way through it. And get the feeling of that, and take a breath and feel that flow of love. Now, in this circular motion that you're in, this evolutionary motion, this emotion, feel yourself come to an energy before you that appears kind of like a fog, bit of a fog as you approach it. And it's a veil. It's kind of a veil. And it's testing you to see if you're ready to move forward, to release the fear, to let love guide you through the veil, for the cycle to expand and for you to move to your next level of light again. So feel yourself up against this veil and just express gratitude for where you are and feel the love surrounding you. And now I'd like you, and you don't have to identify what that veil is. It could be anything. Maybe you see what it is, maybe you don't. Send a beam of light from your heart out in front of you, and feel your love for self, and see that fog begin to dissipate. as you recognize the power of love to move you forward, the power of love to allow you to let go of the past, to move in the energy of that 9 of Hearts, to move from completions to new beginnings and move forward through the veil. If you're ready, if you're not, it's time to take another journey around the cycle again. But I'm feeling that in this safe space, you might feel the allowance from your higher self to move through the veil and to see yourself on the next level of light, continuing the upward motion in the spiral of life. So just take a deep breath and send that light out from your heart. Take your time and allow it to dissipate. Feel the love that guides you, surrounds you, and step through it in love. And as you feel yourself now in the newness of where you are, just begin to come back, release the spiral, and feel yourself sending a light down into the Mother Earth and grounding yourself again. And feel yourself centered where you are in the chair where we began. So that's a meditation to move through the cycles, right, of the spiral. And hopefully it's not a spiral. Hopefully it's a healing cycle. If we're spiraling, then we're going to be coming around again to experience. And there's nothing wrong with that. We're just not ready to move on. And when we are, we know that love will guide us through it. So, feel free to come back to the recording whenever you like to watch the meditation or listen and do the meditation again. Whenever you feel that you're challenged by something, try this meditation. Maybe you don't need to see the recording when you just remember the meditation and do that. And then I'm telling you, this automatic writing, I'm a great proponent of automatic writing. I love it. Some people call it channeled writing. So just have your notebook there and be ready to write out any guidance that you receive, anything that comes out of the meditation. And I want, before we complete the recording here, I'd just like to let you know that this one for sure will be on my website and on my YouTube channel. And if you'd like information about the programs, please sign up for the monthly newsletters on my website. You can follow me on Instagram or Facebook, and my email is Karinna@KarinnaNielsen.com. I wanted to let you know that our next global healing meditation for Mother Earth will be Monday, May 20th, 2024 at 9 p.m. your local time. And you can read about that on the KarinnaNielsen.com website, where we come together every month just prior to the full moon in a collective consciousness of love to heal Mother Earth. And our focus has recently been on the water systems of Mother Earth. So read about it there. There's a healing code. There's a beautiful chant from our goddess sister, Mahina Ku, chant of protection that you can listen to. You can look at the code before we start. And then you send your light from wherever you are, your local time, 9 p.m. to Diamond Head, where we create the weave of light to go around Mother Earth. And it's very powerful meditation that we do every month, because it's about creating a collective consciousness of healing, and it grows stronger every month. I'm so grateful. Remember to investigate the 5-breath self-healing meditation and do that. I do it 3 times a day. I suggest it for you as well. And that you can find out about on signaturecellhealing.com. For your information, the next Sunday healing service at the Honolulu Church of Light will be May 19th, 2024 at 9 a.m. Hawaii. We've had technical difficulties with the webcast programs recently and hope to have that worked out by the 19th. So we look forward to seeing you at Honolulu Church of Light at that time. The next Heart to Spirit Connections webinar will be June 1st. So I'm so grateful to have everybody coming in on the live program, but also now here on this recording. And I wish you a great month of May. It's a beautiful energy of love this month. Enjoy it, and I hope to hear from you soon. Aloha, and thank you.